All right, everybody. Today we're going to be going over the damage on this thing and seeing how bad we blew this thing up. All right, let's see. Wonder if it has any more compression. It didn't have compression after we first blew it up, but it seems like it has a little bit of compression now. Huh. Look, it melted the dipstick off of this. There was a dipstick there, and now there's not. And this thing stinks, like really bad. I can't believe it's got compression now. Still got gas. It leaked a little bit of gas out while we was doing that. I'm going to see if this thing fires, because it's got compression now. No, it's not going to fire. It feels like it's got more compression, but it's definitely blowed. It is definitely blowed. It don't even sound the same now. So let's get this thing pulled apart and see what it actually did. And look at this pop, it's turned blue. It's not titanium, but it's blue. It turned blue for some reason. All right, leave your comments down below and let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna get the header pulled off of this thing and pull the plug on it, and I guess pull the head off and look at the piston. I think we just fried the rings on it. All right. Let's see what this plug looks like now. Jeez, it's tight. That thing feels like it's seized in there or something. We probably melted it. Oh man. Let's see. Let's try and get it to focus on the. It's copper. I don't know what that means. That means it's lean, right? Yeah. A brown plug means it's lean. A black means it's rich. All right, and the inside of the spark plug thing. See, this part right here is supposed to be in here. It came off on the plug. All right. Man, I still can't believe it blowed the exhaust off of it. It rattled the bolt out of the clamp, and then it blowed the exhaust off the back. And now, since there's not a bolt there, I should just be able to, there we go, pull the header right off of there. Oh my goodness, looky here. This is the piston ring coming out the I think that's a piston ring. I think that's a piston ring. It might be some kind of gasket or something for the exhaust on here. All right, let's pull this thing off and see what that is. I'm really wanting to get into this thing now because I don't know if that's like some kind of gasket or something for the header, or if that's a piston ring. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded. Comment below and let me know, guys. What do you think? All right. Alright, let's get these brackets off because that's holding the jug on. I'm going to have to pull the jug off. What in the world? Look at this, guys. That's loose, whatever that is. I was going to grab a bigger ratchet for this, but my 3/8 drive sockets only go down to 10 millimeter. I'm going to have to get some 8 and 9 millimeter sockets for those. Yeah, there's another bolt right here. Look at this. Melted the vent tube on the carburetor, or drain tube. Melted it in there. Right there's where it dripped on top of the motor. Yeah. This thing got hot, 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 hot. Jeez. Alright, let's pull the head off. Alright, let's see if I can get this off there. I'll pull the intake off of this thing. What do you think about my tape to hold the idle screw in? All right, let's get that carburetor pushed back out of the way. And now let's figure out how to get the timing chain off of this thing. There we go. Now we should be able to pull this head off. This thing is just so different than anything I've ever messed with before. Alright, chunks of stuff is falling out. That right there fell out. Looks like part of a timing chain tensioner. Something else fell out. All right. These rings don't look too bad. The rings don't look all that bad, guys. They're not broke. I thought that was a piston ring that came out of the pipe, but I guess that was just, or the header. I guess that was just some kind of gasket or something. But I guarantee you, if we measured these rings, they would be completely out of spec. Because it has lost compression. Let's look and see if, whoa, man, about took out my toe, guys. Let's look and see if this cylinder is scarred up. Let's see. Right there. It's hard to do this with one hand. Right there where I'm pointing with my finger. It's scarred straight up and down. Do you see that? Just kind of looks shiny on the camera. Looks like a shiny line right there. That's a pretty deep scratch. See, that's a deep scratch right there. You can feel that very easily with the fingernail. Look how tight this cam is. You can hear it. See, it's grinding and squeaking. This cam is just fried. Or the bearing in that thing is almost seized up. That's right there on top dead center. That's as far as I can move it, because that's about as far as I can turn it right there. I can't really compress the valve spring. But anyways, listen to that gear. That's not how it's supposed to sound. And you can tell how hot that cam got. Look at the colors on that end of that cam. That's crazy how hot that thing got. And I was just noticing this. Look at the I guess that's a gasket right there on the that's where you adjust the let's see, yeah, that's where you adjust the rocker arms on this thing. It's got a gasket or something. Let's see, right there. That gasket melted out of there. This side's fine over here, but and I still don't know where. I guess the cam chain sliders on this thing and the tensioner just melted out of there because they're not in the motor. I just found pieces of them. I guess it just melted out of there. That could be a reason why it stopped running. It might not have melted down. It might have just the tension on the cam chain might have just got out of slack or whatever, out of adjustment enough to shut it down, and that might be it. But all right, guys, that's all I can think of. Is I think that the rings on the piston might still be in spec. I think the only reason that it wasn't starting back up just now is because it was out of time, because the cam chain tensioner and the sliders was burnt up and it was leaving too much slack in the chain. Therefore, it wasn't really in time. It didn't look like it jumped a gear. It just had so much slack in it that it wasn't really, even though it didn't jump a gear, it wasn't really in time. It was just letting the gears turn so far out that it wouldn't start back up. But I think that is all that happened to this thing, besides the cam gear getting so hot that it's grinding. But these motors are tougher than I thought. Alright guys, that's a little bit different video than what we normally do on the channel, and a little bit different than what we're going to continue to do on the channel. But I really wanted to pull this thing apart and see just how bad the damage was, and really didn't look like it was that bad. I was wanting a spectacular blow up on this thing, but it didn't do that. Not even close to a spectacular blow up. And it just sort of melted down. That's not what I wanted. I was wanting to sling a rod, sling a piston. I was wanting to crack the crankcase on it. I mean, I was wanting it to dabble and throw parts everywhere, but it didn't do that. The only thing that matters is we tried, guys. We tried. But I just wanted to pull this thing apart and let you guys look at it with me. And like I said, we're gonna get a new motor and throw on this thing, and I'm gonna get this thing put up for one of you guys. So if you don't care, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.